Rocket. Okay, we are starting small. Literally. Meet Rocket. A little gray rabbit doll with white accents, a tiny blue bow tie, and a single black button on his chest. He looks like the kind of thing you would buy at a craft fair and put in your kid's room. Super cute. Totally harmless, right? Wrong. So very wrong. Rocket was made in 1970 by Jack Walten, one of the two founders of Bond's Burgers, as a Christmas present for his two young children, Ed and Molly. This little guy was born out of love. He was never meant to be in a restaurant. He was a toy. But here is where it gets tragic. Jack's business partner, Felix Kranken, drove drunk one night and caused a car crash that killed both Ed and Molly, two innocent children, gone. And Felix, he tried to bury it, pretend it never happened, move on. Except the kids did not move on. Their spirits, still in the doll. Rocket is possessed by both of them. He wanders in the background of the series, peeking through windows, hiding in shadows like a ghost that refuses to leave a crime unpunished. He even acts as a quiet guide for the main character, Sophie, nudging her toward the truth. He is not violent. He is not loud. He is just there. Watching, remembering, a tiny, crumbling grave that follows Felix around whispering, "You did this. You crashed the car. You killed them." Benny. All right, moving from a sad doll to a sad robot. This is Benny. She is a purple, humanoid rabbit animatronic with patches of missing fur, exposed metal skeleton, and a gaping hole in her chest. She looks like she went through a war. Because honestly, she kind of did. The person trapped inside Benny is Susan Woodings, the very first victim of the restaurant's killing spree. Susan was 16 years old, a normal teenager just trying to earn some money. She was openly a lesbian, she had personality, she had a whole life ahead of her. And then one day, after finishing her shift, the main mascot attacked her. She did not just die, she was forcibly stuffed inside the Benny animatronic. She woke up in a metal prison with no way out. Here is the wild part though. Susan's personality completely survived. She is sarcastic, bubbly, and has absolutely zero patience for the villain Bond. Even while being a trapped ghost inside a broken robot, she has an attitude, and honestly, good for her. But here is where it goes from sad to horrifying. In the Relocate project, Benny's face starts twitching uncontrollably while a message repeats on the screen, "The rabbit is starving, the rabbit is starving." Animatronics do not eat, but the human soul inside still remembers what hunger feels like. Susan has been trapped for years, not dying, but starving. That is not a ghost story. That is a nightmare. Benny is proof that this restaurant does not just end lives, it traps them. Boozoo. Now we get to the rotting magician. This is Boozoo, and in his prime, he was actually kind of cool. Tall robot, black top hat, red jacket, white gloves, a slightly suspicious mustache, and a deep British voice. He was the magic show character of the Bond's Burgers band called the Showstoppers, the kind of guy you'd hire for a kid's birthday party if you wanted everyone to behave. Today, he looks like he lost a fight with a trash compactor. Outfit shredded, mouth broken, more exposed metal than fabric. The company, Funny Smiles Incorporated, dumped him in a storage facility called K9 after the restaurant shut down. When they decided to reopen, they sent 3 technicians to fix him, but gave them no time, no proper tools, and zero guidance. So they butchered him. They made him worse. Inside Boozoo is Charles Bond's second victim. We do not know as much about Charles as we do the others, but his suffering is written all over Boozoo's mangled face. His jaw is completely gone. In the Bunny Farm game, Boozoo still tries to perform. He cheerfully announces, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, step right up," but the show immediately spirals into horror. The colors drain away. Red figures appear. Bloodied faces stare back at you. And by the end, Boozoo just looks hollow, empty black eyes, a broken smile, a magic show that nobody asked for and nobody can escape. The tragedy of Boozoo is that he keeps going. Charles is still in there, forced to perform for an audience that is either already dead or about to be. Shah. Okay, this one. This is the one that genuinely hurts. Shah is a white sheep animatronic designed to be the warm, motherly figure of the band. In her original form, she was beautiful. Soft face, gold collar, friendly eyes. She was meant to make children feel safe. Inside Shah is Rosemary Walten, the wife of Jack, the missing co-founder. Rosemary did not work at the restaurant. She just loved her husband and wanted to know where he had gone. So she went there every single day, searching, asking questions, refusing to give up. Bond used that love against her. He told her he knew where Jack was. He led her into the back rooms, and instead of finding her husband, she found her death. Now Shah is torn and filthy, with massive holes in her body and a gash across her chest. In the Bunny Farm game, she still tries to be kind. She plays hide and seek. She acts gentle. She behaves like a mother would. And then the glitches start. Her face warps. You hear Rosemary's screams echoing from the past. A woman who just wanted her family back, sentenced to haunt a sheep costume for eternity. Shah is not just a monster. She is a warning about what happens when grief makes you walk through the wrong door. Billy. Here is a fun one. And by fun, I mean deeply unsettling. Billy is a clown, not the exciting kind. More the why did we hire him kind. Green jumpsuit, red hair, yellow coat, a crescent moon smile frozen on his face. He was never part of the main stage show. He was a side attraction. attraction, a background character. Basically, the company's way of saying, here, kids, go be traumatized over there. Oh, and his stomach is a tape recorder. That actually plays tapes. Just a normal feature for a normal clown. Totally fine. The soul inside Billy is Ashley Parks, an employee who made the classic horror movie mistake of being too curious. She found a key to the back rooms. She started looking at things she was not supposed to see. Bond caught her. He killed her and stuffed her body inside Billy. Here is the gut punch moment. In the Relocate Project tape, Ashley actually finds Billy in storage before she dies. She plays the tape in his stomach and it starts listing the names of Bond's previous victims. A few seconds later, her screams are heard and she joins that list. Billy has hollow black eye sockets and a missing glove that reveals a bare metal skeleton hand. He is raw. He is wrong. He was built for laughs and ended up full of screams. The Shadowman. Before we get to the king of this nightmare kingdom, we need to talk about what lurks in the corners. The Shadowman is exactly what he sounds like. A pitch black figure that appears where nobody should be. No face, no features, just darkness given a three-dimensional shape. Sometimes he has huge white cartoon eyes. Sometimes he is completely blank. Either way, he is the thing you think you see standing in your room at 3 a.m. He does not attack. He just watches. When Rosemary is being killed, he strolls casually into the room and observes. He blocks hallways. He peers through windows. In one scene, Billy the Clown is holding him like a comfort toy, and that image is somehow more disturbing than anything else in this series. So who is he? The lyrics of the show's songs give it away. Shadowman watches from the dark. He knows he wrecked that car and swears he had no part. He is Felix Kranken, the drunk driver, the co-founder who killed 2 children and spent the rest of his life hiding from what he did. The Shadowman is not a supernatural creature, he is guilt. He is what a coward looks like when guilt finally takes physical form. He haunts every corner of this story because Felix never faced the truth. When the Shadowman shows up, the lights die, the music stops, reality forgets how to behave. Bond. And finally, the main event. The reason this restaurant is a graveyard. Bond. Bond is a massive blue animatronic rabbit, the original mascot of Bond's Burgers. Once upon a time, he was cheerful. He sang songs. He made kids happy. He shook his fluffy blue hips on stage. Those days are ancient history. Today, Bond is possessed by a white, faceless spirit covered in scars instead of a face, wearing business casual clothes instead of having a soul. This spirit hijacked the robot and turned Bond into something far worse than a bad mascot. He has sharp claws capable of dismembering human bodies. He is fast, strong, and utterly terrifying. But here's what makes Bond genuinely horrifying above every other monster on this list. He does not think he is evil. He thinks he is helping. In his mind, killing people and stuffing them inside animatronics is a gift. He believes he is making them beautiful. He is fixing them. He will whisper in a calm, velvet voice, "You are beautiful. I will fix you," right before he tears you apart. That is scarier than any jump scare. A monster that is calm. A predator that sounds kind. A killer who smiles. There is one small detail in the show. Sometimes, mid-murder, you can see Bond cover his eyes, just for a second, as if even he, deep down, flinches at the mess he makes. But he never stops. He just keeps building his army of possessed mascots, one stuffed soul at a time. Bond is not a glitch. He is not an accident. He is a philosophy, a broken, monstrous idea that the worst things can be done with a smile and a gentle voice.